Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're here at the Town Hall emergency meeting. Let's get to it.
Unanimous for the 7.869. And then if you look at the proposed budget for 23-24,
How did this budget come about, proposed budget? Who worked that budget up? Right, doesn't that usually be a shop, some workshops, so we can all kind of have some input on that? Because some of these things are like 1,000% more, 20% more, 200% more, 25% more, 10% more, and 30%. Everything's
who
gone up.
prepared it in the past?
Pardon?
Who prepared it in the past?
We usually have workshops and we would discuss these things.
And what month did you have workshops?
I don't recall that. I'm sure it was. It seems like the councilman should have some sort of input on these numbers, especially when they vary so greatly.
There has been ongoing workshops on all these things, because we are so far behind, we're getting caught up.
But there's,
You
no
asked, you
excuse
said we have
to
workshops.
not have us have some input on this.
Well, you weren't aware that we'll have workshops?
Pardon?
You weren't aware about workshops going on in the place?
All I say is I think we should all have some input on these numbers.
Absolutely, we
Here's,
should.
200% here. I don't repeat myself. 1,000% right there.
I constantly invite people to the workshops to partake in what's
I-
going on.
I
Don,
don't
which
think
one are
the-
you, which one are you referring to? Are you talking about the anticipated income and the spending for the fiscal year?
Yes.
Okay. The budget that we were voting for is your millage budget. That's one we've got to post, and that's one we're using the 7.8669. That was the one. We hadn't got to the other one yet.
And we have all the way up until the next council meeting to finalize, we have all the way till next council meeting to finalize this budget, so we can have a plan submitted for, so we have the option of adjusting this rate.
Yeah, this is
most
not a
of-
final,
I certainly hope not, especially
but you have to start
with
somewhere.
the increases. Well, I think we should have started with
The finals in September. so
a
you have
workshop,
months to
so we
work
can
on
all
it.
have some sort of input into that.
Now, the actual amount is what has been spent up until we walked in last month. That's what had already been spent. And,
We're talking about
yes,
the future plan. Right? For
okay,
24, 23, 24, starts in, when's the fiscal year start? October?
October.
Yeah.
So, which one were you referring to?
Say, computer repair and support, it went from $130 to $1,100.
We are going to have, well, we had to, we're gonna have the main one computer that we're operating on is going to have to be fixed. We're gonna have to go and do some backup, that's gonna cost us, the initial hard drives out of the old equipment that we disposed of didn't cost us anything. Charlie was kind enough to come and do that for us. Now, anything going forward, we're gonna have to pay for it.
We have to pay for everything.
Right, I know, but I mean, do you wanna cut it? Because if we cut it,
I'm just,
well, I mean, if
to
you're
me, I
input,
think it's awful strange for, I have 1,000% increase in just one budget item.
okay. Yes, sir.
Well, I haven't had a chance to
That's
study this or anything, but,
Well,
I mean, that's my feeling.
yes, sir, and that's more than welcome, and we have to look at the cost of the hourly fee that's going to be charged to us. In the past, the computer rate was probably just an upgraded software that you got. Now, we're actually gonna have to repair something,
And we're also
and we
going,
also have to do the
Oh, we
anti.
always have all
and
these
we're going to
expenses.
and we're going to a website as well, and we're trying to get things done that we are required to do.
Well, I think if you really read the charter, we're probably going above and beyond what should be done. You know, like total expenses, it's like more than 20%. From one year to the next.
I mean, where do you wanna cut? Where do you wanna cut? Because right now, what you see is what it's gonna
You
take
know, I
up
walk
for
in
it.
here and get handed these, and now then you're asking me where I wanna cut. You just can't make these arbitrary, decisions and then, you know, and want me to come up with some numbers.
No.
I can't come up with numbers without some kind of background at all.
The purpose of his being here today is you got a whole month or 3 weeks until the next meeting to have time to go through this and evaluate. That's the purpose of you getting this today, is to make sure that you are paying
Well, it seems like
attention.
we should have had some input on these numbers,
Well,
okay?
you-
But I can see it's here. I'm getting nowhere with my discussion here, and,
So can he come
we're gonna
in,
go on.
Anyone?
You'll
This
have
week?
more than a month to look at this.
and then come in with your
Nothing is
questions?
final.
It's nothing final.
This
so
is
you
just
go
a
in
first
tomorrow.
look.
And you're more than welcome to come in and I'll sit down and show you all the backup. Because that's exactly what it's gonna take.
That's not the point that I'm trying to make. Maybe it's lost, maybe.
No, I'm not getting your point, because you're saying it's, you didn't have enough time, so we're going to give you time, and you still don't want time.
Now you're putting words.
No,
in my mouth.
I'm not, that's the way I'm understanding it.
Okay. well-
Okay, that's the way it's going to come into me. You know,
Okay, one of these things can be adjusted.
Yeah, the final doesn't come until September.
And, at what point do we have discussions about these things? It seems like
Monday
everyone's
through
already made,
Friday, 10
everyone's
to
already made
2.
their mind up, you know, without any input from
The only thing that
everybody.
on tonight's meeting was about the
Oh.
mill, the
Yeah, I
trim.
understand
The
that.
trim. So basically, we discussed that we're going with that, the proposed high millage. That's what we're going to
I
submit to.
understand the
next.
mind, it's awful high, we're going about the high as we can go.
Well, we've always, if you'll look at your past, we gave you a past history, we've always gone back with the rollback, which is the lowest. So if we go with the proposed rollback rate, it's lower than last year. And we're, instead of $55,000 that we were supposed to get this year, we're gonna walk away with 51.
Well,
And it's always
that's
been,
not much of a difference there, so.
but
that
we're
seems- that
losing
seems
money and we're
reasonable.
not getting, we're not gaining. So as you can see, the proposed budget for us to operate the town is higher than what the money we have coming in.
According to the new budget, these numbers.
They're not set in stone, but that's, I mean, we can't operate on the
You know, I don't wanna argue the point here because I just don't have enough information, but just so you know where I'm coming from, and then we're gonna have, I suppose, work it out. Okay, I mean, I'm agreeable to that. Okay?
So it's
Just for
still,
the record, you've had the same opportunity as anyone else to come in and work with us. And you chose not to, but you want us to do this at the meetings and stall and drag.
Workshops
And you wanna make,
dedicated
I was talking,
with the
can I
public.
finish? Can I finish?
to come in, absolutely.
Alright, so you've had just as much time as anyone, the opportunity to come in and work with this program as anyone else has had. And you come to the meetings and you create this chaos,
I'm
just,
not creating any
I'm not
chaos.
finished. You all this disturbance, and so you can interrupt this meeting, when it could be a very civil and very calm
It
meeting.
is.
If we, if everyone stepped forward, if you really were that interested, we've had a workshop ongoing, working on this, we've all discussed it, and it's going on. And that's where these things are happening during the weeks, because we don't have time to sit here. We didn't get office until a month ago. We lost 3 months this year out of the seat. We're trying to get things caught up. That's the reason the workshops are ongoing. Okay, I'm done with that. Thank you.
so we're still unanimous, we're going to propose going with the higher millage rate right now.
Right, that's already decision made. That's already,
Yeah.
done deal.
that's a done deal there.
The millage, the proposed millage.
That's it for this meeting? I make the motion with adjourn.
All set.
All in favor? Unanimous? Have a good evening.
Madam Mayor, Yeah, sorry I didn't make it over to you. I went ahead and ordered the solenoid for you.
So he wants to say I'm
You didn't
disrupting
do
the
that.
meeting,
Yeah,
because I'm
it's
not a
just-
yes fan.
And if that ain't it, I'll order the key switch. But I imagine it's the solenoid.
Did you can jump it?
Bye, y'all.
Right.
Have a good night. Thank you for
Did
coming.
y'all? Did you get your yard mowed that day? Did it run for you?
Oh, yeah, it never stopped.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I knew it was running rough at first, but I was hoping it would stay running for you.
That's how it's been doing lately, to run rough, but it goes away.
Run when it wants to, or
But then next time I started again when I could.
right.
It
Yeah,
run rough, and then once it, after a half hour, it run fine.
yeah, it was a pain in the butt to get started there, or that switch.
Only inside. I've been to Chiefland in the last couple of days. You
I was
see where
there
gas
today.
jumped too.
Yeah, 375.
Oh, and jump.
Yeah.
I've been watching it.
Thank you, man.
Only got about 40 or 50 more in here.